My boys. Okay, I'm going to play the meeting that I was at. I'm gonna play soon, but I went to the meeting. It's cool. In California, the healthcare minimum wage law takes effect. For hospital workers, it goes up to 8. Still voicing out.
I would like to reconvene the
reaching out for help, trying to
today's City Council meeting. And roll call, please.
Mayor Nguyen?
I'm here.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Here.
Councilwoman Fan West? Councilmember Monzo?
Here.
Councilmember Nguyen? Mayor, you have a quorum with Councilwoman Fan West and Councilmember Nguyen absent.
All right, I want to continue to have oral communication for non-agenda items. Please read the instruction into the record, please.
This is the time of the meeting that members of the public may address the City Council regarding any non-agenda items that are within the subject matter jurisdiction. Unless otherwise extended by a majority vote of the City Council, comment shall be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Any person wishing to address the City Council in person should complete a yellow speaker slip that is provided at the entrance to the Council chambers and submit the card to the City Clerk. When your name is called, please step to the podium at that time and state your name and city of residence for the record. Our first speaker is Tina Tapia, followed by Michael Varengia.
Hey Alexa, what day is it?
Howka, my name is Tina.
Can you lower? Yeah, thank you.
Howka, my name is Tina. I'm one of many victims of the human sex trafficking. I am showing the world that you don't need money to heal from adult abuse. No pills can fix rape. No money can fix abuse to a child's heart. Time and actions will speak the truth, and powerful to heal generations. I helped create a city called Westminster Hope and Opportunity on Facebook a couple years ago to get more involved in the city, because I felt the city council members weren't listening to the community.
They weren't.
Amy West, I know you remember me, and I know you remember me and what I'm about. And for you to use guns to make your threats online to show that you have some kind of power is disgusting. Guns have no place around children, and while the world is facing a mental health pandemic because of genocide, I will speak my justice, and I hope you and your colleagues will spend the rest of your life in prison. As a medium and psychic that is being trolled online for telling the truth, I hear my ancestors and those war drums. Shame on all of you for letting these children down. What kind of parents are you? How can you sit here, all of you, and let your people suffer, especially the children? What kind of humans are you? Justice would be like Amy West and her colleagues, Charlie Nguyen, Kimberly Ho, Carlos Menzo, going to jail or prison for what they have done. Embezzlement, money laundering, just to name a few of things that have been going on in the city of Westminster. We need to see these people taking responsibility and accountability for what they need. We need to see people stepping down and doing time behind bars. People need to take responsibility for taking advantage of children and parents who are fighting to put a roof over their heads and food on the table in 2024. City council members should be a voluntary job just like police force. We must set a healthy example for the children. We only have a short time on this planet as the person we are today. Let's make that count. Mark my words, you will pay for what you have done to this next generation. That's my promise. To death to us part. Lay me down to sleep, because today is a good day to die, in reference to Crazy Horse. I shall go with my ancestors and die like I did in their dreams. My wish is their wish. Apollo is just one of my ancestors who's fighting alongside with me.
And it's funny because Apollo's there.
To prevent a child being seriously injured or killed on Trask and Newland. So I had to start a petition to put a traffic light on Trask and Newland. Why was that process so difficult for me? That was the moment I knew everyone was dirty and was about money. But now we have a light up because of me. I will never take advantage of someone who is asking for help. Everyone needs help. I'm screaming for help. As a child, and I'm tired. I am not money. Just like Gavin Newsom and Janet Nguyen, they are all doing the same thing.
Thank you very much. Your time is up. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Michael Varengia, followed by Tammy Hamill.
So let's,
Thank you. Couple quick items. Item 5.4.
I'll keep playing for you boys.
All you had to do was make a motion, get a second, and vote on that. Everybody knew how they were going to vote.
It's all inside job. They all fucking know each other inside that fucking building.
To talk that thing to death.
I hated Margie
5.5.
Rice. I hated Margie
Those
Rice.
two
She was fucking
Didn't do
racist.
that for the good of the city. They did that because they wanted something.
She's ratting.
And
She
you're not gonna
ratted
convince me
everybody
that they
out
did
when
that
she
out of
left.
the goodness of their heart. Lastly, I wanted to refresh
And now she's gone. She passed
Amy's
away.
memory about one of her RVs being out on the street and a parking control officer got to cite it. The husband ran out there, asked not to cite it, and the parking control guy said, well, I'm sorry,
It's
you
funny
can't
because
park it out on the street.
Amy West is
My wife is a city council member, something along those lines. That's not
Trump,
verbatim.
because of the RVs and
They had to call
stuff
a
and
sergeant out.
the
The sergeant had to
ANRB
notify Deputy
slap
Chief
houses. The
Upstill.
slap houses
Deputy Chief
are
Upstill had to notify the chief.
are because of the city council
I read
members.
the text messages. I saw them. So for her to sit up there with a straight face and claim that
This
none
is
of
what
that
God
stuff
does.
took place,
Money. God is not
And
real.
I like
It's
how they
money, and money's not real.
conveniently
Money's fake.
vacated the area when it came to non-agenda items. And it's unfortunate.
So when you go to
but I would
AA
like to
meetings,
thank
when
the
you're
three of
drinking, you
for
are
your
feeding the
decisions this
monster.
evening,
You're
which are
feeding
to
that
the
entity.
benefit
You're
of the
feeding
city
that
and not just
that
for
God,
your
that money,
individual
because
benefit. I do appreciate
you're
that.
slave to
Mayor,
it.
council
So
members,
that
thank you
whole
very much.
pyramid circle thing, triangle, like
Our next speaker is Tammy Hamill, followed by our
it's a
final
pyramid
speaker, Terry
scheme that you're
Raines.
stuck in a cycle. Get out of it. Separate them.
Good evening, Tammy Hamill, Westminster resident, District 1. I want to say the same thing. You guys made great decisions tonight. It's clear why you had to do what you had to do. You were pushed to it. The residents have been pushed to come and talk about all these things that they're doing. They were mocking everything
She's
you did.
bullshitting.
She kept saying,
She's
you
just-
violated the code of ethics. You just
They're
violated
all
the
doing
code
the
of
same
ethics."
thing.
He's laughing. He's
She's
butting in.
trolling
They're
me
both butting
online
in at the
as well
same time.
too,
It's
thinking
so
that I'm
clear why
crazy
this
as
had to be
fuck.
done.
But she,
And
look at
again,
her.
Their empty chairs speak volumes. They don't care about what residents have to say. They really don't. They're just making a complete mockery of this. So if he needs to be next, I think he's pushing for it. If he wants
All
to be
of them,
censured next,
clean
because he
house,
already
all of
threatened
them.
to censure you
Get
guys.
rid of all of them. Even
And
the
so
police
I
chief, get
imagine
rid
they're
of them.
probably trying
I
to
can
think of
do a
something
better
now to
job.
start bringing fake agenda
But since
items
I'm
to
dead,
censure you guys. So I'm glad you made the decisions
it's
you
going
made
to
and
happen.
voted the way you did
So
tonight,
these
because
videos
hopefully
are
it's
for
gonna
you
stop
boys,
some of this stuff.
because
Maybe they'll
I
just
need
eventually
you to
resign
speak
if they get
up
sick of
about
it.
the abuse on
They are
what was
absolutely
going on.
useless.
Now,
They do nothing positive for
what's
the city
going on,
that
what's
I've
going to
seen.
happen
They're
is
all-
that you are going to get triggered, because what this is trauma. Since there's no doctor, there's no real people, because everyone wants money, because they'll sell you out. They'll trade you, sell you out, all for money, just for money. But you boys are not money. You will never be money. And you were created from love. I have a lot of love for you. And as for Anthony, I did block you. I had to block you.
Democrats acknowledge Joe Biden had a bad night at the debate. The president tried to reassure
And
at a North Carolina rally.
I don't know how this relationship's going to be, because I don't want to have a son hating me. I want my sons to all understand the situation and why and how I shouldn't have never been treated like this in the first place. And for me to keep going on my life and knowing that one of my sons hates me for all the fucking wrong reasons, all because he was brainwashed. Anthony, you hate me, you're gonna hate me for all the right reasons, alright? Don't hate me for all the wrong reasons, because I did everything for you. I did my best. I did not like my mom. I hated my mom, but I did this for you boys.
So our majority control of the Senate and the House.
My mom don't give a fuck about you guys at all. For you boys, she don't give a fuck. She will leave pills on the floor, and me just screaming at her, how could you, they're babies, they just take everything out. I'm sorry, I didn't know. It was one of the water pills. And the next time it was Coumadin. It was one of my dad's blood thinners. Like, my mom's mom. You would have to kind of think, but to me, she was planning this out. She wanted me to have a heart broken. Like, she wanted this. She really fucking wanted this. I yelled at my dad, and I threatened him. I know his sneaky ways. I said, I know your stinky ways, your sneaky ass ways, where if we look back, you'll hit us, because you did the same thing. You did the same thing with us when we were little. So I know that that's not going to just change right away. And my dad kept telling me stories and stories and everything, and I just like wanted to hold on to that, but I snapped and I yelled at him. Like, I never thought I would have the balls to just, if I see him touch my son, I won't hesitate to call the police and lock you fucking up. As old as you are, I don't care. I will call the police and lock you up. He shut up, quiet, didn't say anything, let me talk. My dad let me talk. And I told him about the diabetes, and I understood that whole process of mood swings, because when I had you, Anthony, I was diabetic. So I was a full-on diabetic with you, Anthony, when I was pregnant, and I had horrible sugar jobs. A couple times I had to get a candy bar. Even my mom grabbed the candy bar one time when I was in Michael's, in the shopping art place, and looking for like baby shower stuff, and my blood sugar just dropped. And right away, my mom just got me a candy bar, and I ate it, and I felt better. And it was those moments where you don't know how you're acting. You really don't. You have to catch yourself, because you're so in the moment. You're so catch up. You're like, so my mother knows how stressful it is, but she don't give a fuck, because she's never had love thrown her way. My grandparents were never there for her. Never fucking there for her. My uncle got a 12-year-old pregnant, named her Lauren. So for me growing up, now I have a Lauren, now I have a cousin, now I have a husband named Lauren. So the synchronicity always came to me. And I told my dad that if he needed a break from my boys, if he needed a break, all he had to do was lock the den door. Lock it. Don't let them in. You are an adult. You have a say in talking. Kids don't respond to the fucking beating, the abuse. I felt like after I yelled at my dad that last time, because I yelled at him in front of my mom before. My mom's like, it was an accident, he ran into his hand. I'm like, you were just right there. It was pissing me off. Anthony's running around in the kitchen because it connects through it, like you can make a whole circle. So he's running around the circle, and my mom and dad are talking in the kitchen, and I walked outside to go get the clothes out of the dryer. And as that's happening, I hear Anthony running towards me, and my mom yelling, "You didn't have to do that, Dawn. You didn't have to do that." And Anthony's yelling screaming, like crying. And I'm like, "What happened? What happened?" And my mom instantly runs like, "Oh, it was an accident. Anthony was running around, and he ran into your dad's hand." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna fucking do this shit. You're going to fucking lie for your fucking husband." That made me so fucking mad. But again, I needed to see my dad actually. He was sneaky. Because that was important for me to see. Like I really wanted to see it. And then he did what he did in the den with his shoe, because he did the same thing with me, trying to trip me. The same thing with Anthony, and I went off. But after that, my dad respected me more. He listened to me. He locked the door. He talked to the boys more. He said, "Come get your boys." He would tell me, "Hey, I'm not feeling well. Can you lock the door? I can't get up." Or he would even tell Anthony, "Hey, Anthony, go tell your mom to lock the door. Hey, Anthony, close the door." So, Anthony, you kind of understood what was happening little by little.
More than 400 migrants brought to the United States by an ISIS-affiliated human smuggling network. How alarming did you find that report?
But my mom she wouldn't be able to watch you. My mother is not a good mother. She's just a puppet. And my ancestors are using her. So whenever she does something nice, whenever I talk about her and she's doing something nice, like getting me a candy bar when we're shopping. It's like, "Here, eat this, you'll feel better. Your sugar probably dropped." She didn't have to do that. But to me, it was my grandmother coming in. So when things like that happen, it's another spirit coming in from my mom that needs me to just let it flow and not have this hate towards her, so I can pass on to the other world. But she keeps digging this fucking hole on her own. So this has been a whirlwind. I don't know. But I hate my mom so much that death is just like, I dream of flowers, of white flowers, white roses, white petals, clouds. I will never forgive my mom, and I can never forget all the shit that she put me through. It's not worth it for me to just, "Okay, you're forgiven now." No. It's not gonna be like that. Because she just didn't only fuck up my life. She also fucked up my brother and sister's life, and my two stepsisters too. Oh, sorry, man, Michelle. Half. Because it's not like we're just full, right? That was the last fight. God. And Michelle, like your husband Phil, every time we try to call you, like, hey, come over, you know, like, he would answer the phone. Sorry, don't speak English. Sorry, she's not here right now. Sorry. And it's like, well, fuck. What is this? So he only got with you because you won money. You got a settlement from the car accident. And this is your God. That was your punishment. I really heavily believe that's your punishment. It's ugly. And I'm showing the world that your God makes you fat and ugly and just miserable or not truly happy with your life. You missed out on everything. You missed out on what Dad was trying to show you, but crazy. My dad, I thought my dad had a good relationship with Mandy and Michelle. So Michelle, Dad didn't know you as much as he thought he knew you or know you. He tried but couldn't. He wished he could been there a little bit more for you. And he did thought that my mom was treating you right, but no, my mother was only using you and Mandy. Another nonprofit group called Impact Melanoma is building shade structures. And from Mandy and Michelle, that's all you've known. That's all you've grown up is people grooming you guys. So Dad is trying to show you that George, Uncle George, Uncle Jerome, Uncle Charlie, Aunt Cookie are all responsible for what they have done to us. It is definitely the one that gets the most attention because it is certainly the most dangerous. Grandpa, I'd never met him. That being said, melanoma, he just popped up now. Has a very, very positive prognosis and a really high survival rate. He's mad. The reason that there are so many programs dedicated extremely to upset. Educating the public about, you know, the importance of checking your skin and early detection is because the earlier we can catch I'll do the next one. Star Trek. My dad told me to put on a Star Trek like episode, and I just put on Star Trek like best moments or something like that. And there's one where Apollo, he gets big and he says something, you doubt my powers or something like that. And they're like, oh, that's so funny. The number of cases annually is definitely on the rise. And we are also seeing it a lot in younger people. So it is considered the second most common cancer. So when we went to Wisconsin, my Springs, when we went to my aunt's wedding, in Wisconsin, we took a road trip. That was our ancestors pushing me. That was a spiritual connection that I had to make with the ancestors. And and in that case, it's definitely very difficult to treat and certainly can be deadly. So for most cases of melanoma, it's sitting there on the skin. I don't know. I think the bottom line is, you know, speaking as a board certified dermatologist, I do a ton of skin checks then I have,
if someone comes in,
I don't know if these people are
completely benign, I would rather see that 10,000 times than have someone
the same
call
person.
for something that they're concerned about. So,
But
you know, the motto is when in doubt, get it checked out.
this
Like common sense.
one guy, I'm saying guy, he deleted a comment.
And is that why
He deleted a comment.
is so common? Do people
He said something, and I don't remember because I didn't have it. And I said, what are you talking about? Raping children is never okay. He said something about my video, and it didn't make sense. Like demons, something that I have a demon or something. And then, and I said, yeah, and then he says, yeah, I said what was okay. I didn't even listen because of the stuff I noticed. I may be wrong, but to attack me, get lost. Bye bye. Like, it doesn't make sense because he deleted the comment and then. So he's just a troll. And I put, laugh my fucking ass off. You didn't listen because you're a damn narcissist. I'm calling you out because I see it and feel it. Fuck off. I don't need your type of hate. I'm a real person dealing with this big ass government. If you want to keep lying like this, go for it. I don't give a fuck. I'm praying to die every fucking day so I don't have to deal with fake ass people online. Next time, listen. It doesn't hurt. But it doesn't matter anyways. You're still gonna be a narcissist, and I really don't care. I'm really dead anyways, hun. I don't know why people comment on my videos when clearly they keep wanting to say demons and stuff like that, and I talked to a couple of lawyers. They were telling me about kindred spirit. Oh, you're just a kindred spirit, and fuck you, you're fake. You need to go in jail for fucking making money off this shit. They joined 5 years ago.
There is an anti-sunscreen movement, social media helping to fuel that, with influencers telling people they're slathering themselves in chemicals and blocking the healing rays of the sun,
Gosh.
possibly even not letting in vitamin
See,
D.
Jesus is king. Jesus stuff.
To any of that?
These Jesus people are like, it's no different than KKK, alcoholic, the AA meetings. They're all the fucking same thing. It's all the fucking cycle. It's all a pyramid scheme. We don't need this fucking hate. He deleted that comment because, I hate that shit. He deleted the comment because it really sounded fucking stupid what he said about demons and shit.
There are now a lot of mineral-based sunscreens that are more, zinc and titanium-based that are very elegant.
And then this one I did with, I was venting to somebody.
So, you know what they do, and because they have to trust the kids, trust the teacher. Yep. And whatever she says goes. So everybody just keeps that.
That's why I'm attacking Gavin Newsom, because Gavin Newsom's ahead of the teacher shit.
Why? He's down for the teachers, or he's not
Yeah,
down?
he's down for the teachers. He's on payroll. He's paying those teachers.
Oh, he's trying to get them to be like, oh yeah, because you got to raise for them.
Of course. You get the raise and everything. Why are they getting?
Why are people voting for the same shit? I don't understand. How come people are letting these people get away with this shit? It doesn't make sense. And then they're fucking trolling me. Like, this is why I'm in this position, my offsprings, like. I can't call myself, I don't want to call myself a healer. I don't want to call myself a Hioka. I don't want to call myself anything else but a medium psychic, because to me, if you don't want to believe me about this, the medium psychic part, then you're never going to believe me about anything else. So it doesn't matter. So I can call myself a human and they wouldn't even, it doesn't even matter. Anyways, my boys. I never really liked being a woman. I hated being a woman. I felt disgusted being a woman. I still feel disgusted because my mom makes me feel that way, and even men make me feel that way. Like just people in general make me feel disgusted of my body. So, but me being alone, I don't feel disgusted of my body. I feel comfortable about my body. Like the spirits help me understand, like, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So I'm okay with it. I've always been okay with it. But I never liked how people just treated me. So, and I'm not going to start now to be like, oh yeah, no, I did that already. It's already been 3 years. So I just really want to die. I really don't need to be here or want to be here. I don't have a need for being here. It's my time to go. It really is. I'm grateful and I'm honored with it, and I'm leaving. But I want you boys to get justice and revenge, and please remember that these teachers took me away from you boys. These teachers wanted to convince everybody how crazy I was, and I wasn't. I helped out the city of Westminster for free. Not only Westminster, but Garden Grove as well. And the universe knows, ancestors know, the dead people know. So I'm letting the dead judge me, and I'm getting wonderful, great feedback. Amazing.
Dispensers to try to help prevent skin cancer and raise awareness.
Right there, that's confusing. But how come you want to prevent cancer, but you don't want to prevent children being homeless or rape? And why don't we educate why don't we educate adults, parents about sex? What happens after sex? What's the consequences of sex? A baby. A lot of these babies were born without love. They're gonna have to realize that their parents were narcissists. So you're gonna have to be alone. But it's amazing being alone. It's amazing. So my offsprings, there's going to be a time in your life where you're just going to be alone. And if you're not, that's fine. But just understand it's okay to be alone. Completely alone. Just you and nature. Because I promise you, within your oneness, your aloneness and everything, you are fully connected to what really matters to you. So please take the time to be alone and understand your feelings. Understand where you're coming from. Because when you are angry, you will spit out hateful, meaning words that will cut like you like a knife. So, and with that, how to mend that? Because words do hurt. But how do you fix those words? How do you forgive somebody, or how do you? Yeah, it's not easy. But understanding is totally key. Communication. Looking back at the situation, most of the time it's misunderstanding, miscommunication. I love you boys, and my wish too is for when I'm gone. I've already been gone out of your life for 3 years already, but it's gonna hit different when I'm actually physically gone. And I don't know that part because I don't know that part because I don't have anybody that loves me that's alive. Only you boys. So my grandma, my aunts are giving me the feeling of it's going to be like how you were with us. And that's devastating. How am I going to... Yeah, something just tells me that my funeral ain't gonna go well, so I gotta plan ahead like that again. Because I already told everybody I was gonna get murdered by Lauren Tapia and family friends. And look at them now, running away. Got the whole city involved.
In prison to stop him from becoming president. It was inevitable that the scope of the fraud of the Biden presidency
I don't know how he's still talking.
in this campaign season. Biden's performance, behavior, and comments during the debate revealed the extent of Biden's cognitive.
And I would like to add, Hitler has been a great help for me.
Continues to face.
He's the reason why I'm here today. Hitler's the one that ratted everybody out because these doctors are doing what Hitler was doing, and Hitler was just a puppet. He didn't know most of the shit was going on because other people were involved. They were just using him as a front man of a voice. Just like Trump. Trump is doing the same thing. He's a puppet. He never was qualified to be in that position.
Biden's handlers have done this country a great disservice, not just through his disastrous presidency, but by this worldwide display of their chief.
And I think that's, I don't know, I liked Obama, but I can see why you could tell in the presidency, it was acting. It was like Reagan. To me, that was because of Bush. My ancestors told me about Bush, that he was a yoga, and to me, I had to find out like what that was. Because Bush never wanted to be president. To me, he just wanted to have fun. He was set up.
Trump's approach reflected the man who was known in private and likely eased the minds of Americans who were unsure about what to do on November 5th. So, while most of the debate stories have been about the alarming revelation of Biden's condition, many of us have been warning about this from the beginning of his term. The real story is the strength and determination of Donald Trump. Despite
21 kids and counting.
Charlatans have done to him, his discipline and focus combined.
They're connecting me to the TLC thing too.
Should be bringing some peace of mind to Americans everywhere. As the catastrophe of Biden
Human sex
rolled out
trafficking.
in real time around the globe, several news organizations reported that a Biden campaign source said the president was suffering from a cold, accounting for his hoarse voice.
All right,
that
boys.
made him difficult to understand. But a cold could not explain Biden's meandering answers when he repeatedly lost his train of thought and babbled nonsensically. Even the liberal media and Biden
I love you, boys, and if you can hear this now, it's this is not how it used to be when we were little. So this, I really believe like it's a sleeping village, like Sleeping Beauty. I do feel like I'm in a fucking movie. So it helps me because I'm like, movies are fake. It doesn't. And that was just for insurance. Same thing. I love you, boys, and see you soon.